Remember last year, how'd it go? There was nothing inside, so just let go. Can't even hold on, I fall apart. Wish I stayed a little while with you. It's deja vu when I'm with you. Where did our time go again? You let it get to you. It left me blue. Doors, forget all of our past. Pretend you didn't leave while I was crumbling in the dark. Wide awake, but you're not here with me. Nah, 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 nah. It's deja vu when I'm with you. Where did our time go again? You let it get to ya. It left me in blues. I know it ain't easy not to cry. I can't pretend I'm okay. I won't lie. These blue skies in your eyes, I will never see again. These blue waves feel so light. They take me away. It's deja vu when I'm with you. Why did our time go to waste? You let it get to ya, then left me in blues.
Hey, welcome in, welcome to stream. Hey Duke, how you doing today? I'm pretty good. Ketala's kinda tired. How are you? And yeah, thanks for taking care of that, Ketala. I was momentarily distracted because I noticed that I had my vest on, like it was inside out basically, like the seams were on the outside. I was like, I mean, like you guys can't really see, but I was like, huh, interesting. Let's switch that. Yeah, how you doing, Duke? You good? Just got back from camping. Oh, from camping trip. Nice, that's nice. With the family, I guess. Maybe Duke and everyone. Work wasn't even that bad. That's always nice. when work isn't too bad. Love to hear that. And yeah, love to hear. I hope you had fun on your camping trip. Baby Duke and a lot of extended family. Nice. It was great. Awesome. Cold but good weather. Cold. So I'm guessing on the colder side, but like sunny, but no, fresh. But I hope you weren't freezing though. Especially during the night. But yeah. 12 Celsius in the day, 2 at night. Ooh, okay, that's quite chilly. But hey, if you guys enjoyed yourself, that's the most important thing. And as long as you have like a good sleeping bag, 2 degrees isn't much of an issue. But yeah, welcome in and welcome back to the stream. We continue Harmony, the Fall of Reverie today. Good gear and a massive campfire, then you're good. You're good in low temperatures. And yeah, last time we started the first chapter in the first act. Like we completed the first 2 chapters of the first act. I expect there to be 1 more chapter in the act, and then the third act to be one. I assume there will be 3 acts, but we'll see. We started out the story as our character Polly. Yes, who tells us here that she returned to Athena, which is like a made-up island, that is kind of its own country in the Mediterranean Sea. Very technologically advanced. Yeah, she came back from studying abroad and working as a, what was it? She majored in programming and worked as a, like, was it in biochemistry or something like that? We had her kind of character info in the codex. But yeah, she returned home after her mother Ursula went missing. Try and look for her. It has changed so much lately. I'll need to adapt it if I want to get my bearings. And we met some old friends. And picked up a necklace that sent us into the strange world of Reverie, where inspiration's aspirations live. And so far we have met Bliss, Power, and Bond. All very interesting characters. And we've been teased with Truth, who we haven't met yet though. But I hope we'll meet him today because he look kind of hot. but it's of course about more than that. Okay, so the biggest issue we have at home, like on Athena, is that there's this one company called Mono Concern, who's like very big business, maxed out capitalism, having their fingers in healthcare and in water and in technology and basically everything they can get their grubby hands on. And yeah, seem very shady. So yeah, there will definitely be more going on with them, I'm sure. Hey, hello! Hey, welcome in. You're breaking out of at work. Can I just say that I love you and that I'm so happy that your toxic manager is gone, that you are having, like, that you can enjoy your work now again. And you look stunning. Like your hair looks stunning yourself. It was amazing. You're so beautiful. Have a great day. I hope work is good today. Alright, let's start out on chapter 3 of Act 1. Okay, trusted hands. Alright, I guess we'll just start right here. Okay, let's see. We can have a choice here between power and bond. Interesting. Wait, whoa. That's okay, that's an interesting tree. That's an interesting story tree. Okay, cool. Okay, you know what? I'll deal with that as we go along. Staying because I need some calm music for a break. Bye! Thanks for dropping by, hello. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, trust hands. I knew I could trust Nora and Laszlo to find the lead. Finding a lead on our mom? That would be dope. In the shed? A new day dawns. Consciousness returns slowly, and as I open my eyes, they feel like hot marbles rolling in their sockets. My eyes never felt like that. Did your eyes ever feel like that? That sounds like a very strange feeling. Yesterday was more intense than I'd imagined. Reconnecting with Laszlo took an emotional toll I'm not sure either of us was ready for. I checked the clock. Past 10. Late. 5 more minutes won't hurt. Okay, that one I can very much relate to. I'm very guilty of that. To be like, just 5 more minutes. Unfortunately, I do that like 10 times every morning, so it's like an hour at least. But as my eyes close, there's a flicker, and I'm back in reverie. I open them, and I'm at home, in bed. This is becoming intolerable. I wait a few moments to see if the sensation returns, but it leaves me be for now. Time to get up. Okay, so we're sleeping at the sheds. We're meeting them at the nights.
Are you sure you saw it in here?
Yes, it was by the sink. I was listening to my podcast.
Researching about the Oxyons, are you?
I'm sure there's a connection between them and Ursula and... Oh! Morning, sleepyhead.
The Oxyons. Who or what are the Oxyons? It looks like the two of them have been up for a while. For Laszlo, that's not a surprise. But Nora's usually a night owl. Breakfast is all laid out. Banana crepes, hazelnut, and sesame paste. Fresh mango, my favorites.
How are you two this awake already?
Already? It's nearly lunch.
Are you kidding me? It's only a little past 10. When are you having lunch, bro?
Grandpa, tell her!
Tell me what?
No, you do it.
We have a lead! On Ursula.
Ooh, GG's. Okay, consequences of objectives. The next node's barrier was removed after you reached last chapter's objectives. The other is forever inaccessible to you. Oh, okay, so I have to take that one. That's a consequence of the choices I made in the last chapter. You might not see the consequences of an objective node until much later in the story. Uh-huh. Okay, someone in the crowd. Bond. Laszlo was right to believe in the kindness of strangers. Okay, he spoke to the people of Alma about Ursula. Interesting. What did you find out? It takes a few seconds for my mind to adjust to what I just heard. We drank quite a lot last night. It seems that Laszlo's friends were adamant he needed to party hard. Being an adult means you can skip therapy for a good all-night binge. It's been ages since I've been hungover. Alright, just focus.
What's happening? Spill!
Last night, one of my friends reminded me about a girl at the Naiads. She came to meet with Ursula. Several times, in fact. I asked who she was, and your mother said she was a journalist. interested in publishing some of her poems.
Okay, a girl. Then I'm a little confused. If she actually was a journalist and wanted to publish some of Ursula's poems, like either Laszlo just says girl because the age difference is so severe, but I feel more comfortable it would be like, oh, a young woman showed up. Like, am I also a girl to you, or what? Or like is Polly?
Which is weird. Nobody publishes poetry nowadays.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
I have to admit that Ursula hasn't sold a single text in decades. Anyway, I didn't push it. Assumed your mother would tell me the truth when she was ready. But then...
Then she disappeared off the face of the earth.
Anyway, I mentioned this girl to my regulars. She's not the sort of person you forget easily.
Like short with two bobtails, very bright outfit, bright makeup, a lime green like cup with a straw and emojis floating around her head, maybe? Was that the girl? Poetry, that's so last season, last century even.
So, Jack thought he recognized the description, and this morning...
He dropped this off. Well, show her.
Laszlo grabs something off the counter and hands it to me. A magazine. It's a local publication. Anti-corporate, anti-fascist. Like it already. Moral concern seems to be the theme of this issue, unsurprisingly.
Second page, editor's column.
There's a lengthy piece on the inside cover. It skewers MK, their actions on Athena, their checkered history. At the bottom, there's a photo and a single name.
Jade.
That's not a whole lot.
Ooh, that's her. I think she's quite famous around here. Badass type.
Sounds like she's got a new fan.
Jack also told us the printer's address. Might be a good start.
We've
Okay.
got some mutuals in common too. Maybe we could hit them up instead. They'll know how to contact her for sure.
We've got options. That's a good start. A really good start. Okay, so I'm guessing now I have to make a decision on how to contact her. Okay, the lock symbol indicates that the node is locked. You need to reach the key that opens it. Seek for key icons in the augural. Select the node you want to play, find its key in the augural. Okay, Jade's personal issues, Ursula and MK. I don't know, I'm more interested in Ursula and MK if I'm honest. Yeah, I think I want to go for that. Her business contacts are more likely to have forwarding addresses and such. I decide to focus on the other lead.
Let's check the printers.
All right. I'll get my keys and we'll head out.
Let's go.
Castello Road. gotta love the art style so much. Love how vibrant it is. I guess the kind of art style that makes something look like, how do I say this? Like real, but also fake. Like this looks like a city that could, like a picture of a street that could exist somewhere, but the colors are so bright that you still realize, okay, it's not real life. It's just that super fine edge where it feels like you really mesh the real world with a fantasy. The place isn't far. It's a ramshackle house that for all intents and purposes appears to be abandoned. Still, when we rap on the door, someone opens up. Ooh, although, sorry, I missed a Kadoa. Not to be the whole, but it's like poking around Hollow Knight right now. Ooh. We'll see if we'll be able to play a bit. We get lucky. Don't overdo it. Wish I could figure out how to draw like this. Same. Like that's something I always admired about people being artistic and being able to draw. Like, not just stuff like this, but just like anything. Someone who is most certainly not happy to see us. Why ever would an underground printer be happy to see strangers? She looks to be about my age. As soon as Laszlo mentions Jade, she jams a finger to her lips and points to the sky. Of course, the MK cameras all around us. And the drones. Oh my god, are these pigs? Several drones hover above the street, searching for something. Or just on patrol. Okay, that's a very interesting choice to make these pig more like a cow. Interesting, I immediately go pig. An interesting choice. Not sure how I want to interpret that. Like on the one hand, pigs are cute and relatively harmless animals. They're also extremely smart, like a lot smarter than a lot of people give them credit for. So it's like, it has kind of that underestimated intelligence vibe. Which, you know, drones. Oh, it's just delivery drones. They're not doing anything harmful. Yeah, but they have microphones and sensors and cameras and are flying around. So are they delivering shit or are they patrolling? Are they spying on people? Like, you know, I'm again getting that feeling of something more is going on. So that's an interesting choice. Other than that, I'm wondering if we have any sort of policing on the island in the city. Any police force that's governmental. Or if that's already been incorporated by MK and that is like these drones are basically also part of that policing device. And of course there is the not so nice way of referring to cops, which is call them pigs. Like, I'm not endorsing that or anything, I'm just saying that is a nickname some people use. So, definitely interesting choice. Between the colors are really cow. Maybe it's because of the shadows. Like, I see a lot of pink up there. But again, like cow, pig, could be both. Nora and I nod and stroll a little way down the street. As soon as the drones move on, Laszlo disappears inside.
Any idea what this Jade might have wanted with Ursula?
Is that suspicion I detect?
Come on. It's a little weird, right? A stranger at the Naiads. A journalist, of all things. And then my mother disappears.
If it were anyone else, yeah, sus. But this is Jade. She's got to be the most active activist on the island. Plus, she has, like, moral scruples.
Is it just me, or is Nora starting to sound like Jade's #1 fan? She definitely sounds like a pretty big fan.
I've got a good feeling about this. About Jade.
Mm-hmm.
If we find her, she'll help if she can. I know it.
Laszlo emerges from the house and strides over, a big grin on his face. Sounds like good news. Alright. Also, we have some new pages in the Codex. MK delivery drones. Drones have been used by monoconcern since the 2020s and are the future of business-to-business and business-to-customer. These multi-purpose machines have seamlessly replaced cars and trucks on Athena. Okay, that is actually not a bad thing. That's something I would welcome, to be honest. I entirely forgotten the control of Hollow Knight. Oh no. Then just stroll around near to a bench and get back used to them. With thousands of units in flight daily, drones are now an integral part of life on Athena. An omnipresent sight that buzzes night and day. They help workers with their daily tasks. The cameras and microphones allow monoconcern to monitor the well-being of the people of Athena and deliver crucial messages in case of emergency. Go drones! Okay, yeah. So, definitely surveillance stuff going on. But still, doesn't answer the question if there is still a public police force or not. But hey, maybe we'll find out. The shed. Originally built as an elevator to bring materials to the Naiads, this building has endured. Its structure has changed a lot over the years, growing from a simple shack to a proper house. It is infamous for being a potential hazard, extending over the sea unlike any other buildings on Athena, but it somehow became part of the local folklore. Eventually, City Council gave up on trying to close it down. To this day, it's one of Alma's quirkiest sites. And let's not forget that MK information we're reading here, so it's definitely through a certain lens. I learned my lesson from last stream. I'm trying to keep up with the compendium, not with the codex. Okay, I can't even do that because I don't have a power crystal. Nice. Then we ask about Jade. Laszlo's back, but he's keeping quiet. He sticks his hands in his pockets, clearly enjoying our impatience.
Come on then, tell us.
The owner said she hadn't seen Jade in a while. Usually pops by every few days, but not anymore.
Ah, so you're telling me she's missing as well?
She also said something was a bit off. Jade's fire was gone, or something like that.
Uh-huh.
The mag was everything to her. And then, she stopped caring. Truth be told, the owner was more than a little spooked, worried. Thought monoconcern might have caught Jade's scent.
This has got to be tied to Ursula.
I need to get Nora to chill out a
I
bit.
don't know. It's all just a bunch of stuff happening at the same time right now.
I don't think it's too far-fetched to believe that these events are connected.
No solid links. Could be a coincidence, you know?
Skate Park is where we'll find her, if she wants to be found. We should head over there.
Pizza! AKA whole net break and focus. Nice. What kind of pizza? Like, what are your pizza toppings? I just have pepperoni all the time. I'm boring.
I'm interested in having a chat with this young woman everyone's so enamored with.
Okay, Jade's investigation. What was it about? What's the connection to Ursula? We're walking through the streets. Laszlo's in front, a smile on his face. Nora and I are behind, trying to keep up with him.
So, did the owner know what Jade was working on? Might have something to do with why she was talking to Ursula.
She said, far as she could tell, Jade was on a big MK investigation. Something to do with a public health program? No specifics, though. Jade hadn't delivered the copy.
Public health program. We also read that Nora was supposed to be part of an experiment for a health program. Maybe that's how she knows Jade already? Just like a standard vegan option, they have artichoke, mushrooms, and red onion stuff. But that's nice as well. I hope you enjoyed. Nora almost shudders.
Nothing that could go wrong there.
Doesn't sound like anything Ursula would have a hand in.
I can sense something surrounding us, like a warm blanket. Is one of the aspirations trying to reach me? But as I try to focus on it, it disappears. Okay, I've unlocked a note with my actions. There's a shared charge between us, unconscious but evident. Each of us is looking over our shoulders more, checking the skies for drones, our surroundings for eavesdroppers, like a spy. On my own island.
Doesn't surprise me that your mother might be involved in something to do with that bloody company.
Probably more something against that bloody company, from what we've heard so far.
No, me neither. Remember those papers she wrote when I was a kid? MK didn't like those at all.
Ursula was protesting MK.
Of course, girl. What do you think?
Not directly. Her work was all about ancient history. Historical accounts, Oxyon stuff.
Okay, what's Oxyon now?
MK didn't like any of that. But it was a very different beast back then. Barely a pop.
Okay. We see some pottery here. Is that like Oxyon? So is that like an ancient culture that was native on that island?
Either way, she was no fan of monoconcern, or what it was doing to Atina. Her and Jade teaming up to take them down. Yeah, I can see that.
But without telling us? Your mother is a secretive person, sure, but she would have said something.
You do realize you're contradicting yourself, right? Like if there is something and she didn't tell you, like you're so like sure that she would tell you anything. That must be some pretty hot stuff. I turn to Nora. She looks like she agrees. I'm in doubt. Like that's something about that's a bit of a silly trope. Like, why are people surprised that a secretive person doesn't tell you everything? It's like, yeah, they're secretive. Of course they don't tell you everything. What did you expect? Alright, Laszlo's backup plan. Okay, power may be risky, but it could work. Interestingly, I don't have a power crystal. Just I have a bond crystal. Losing crystals. Oh, okay. We head to the skate park. The streets are quieter now, with rush hour long since over. A stray dog trots alongside us for a moment, sniffs my hand, then wanders off. Jade is a long shot, but she's our only shot. Besides, Laszlo claims he has a plan.
All right, out with it then.
Posters.
Okay.
Posters. Of Ursula.
Exactly.
Ah, the first time we're seeing her. Missing posters. Okay, yeah, old school, but hey, why not?
Look, your mother may not be the best-known woman on this island, but she has connections. Hell, the Naiads is basically a community center, and everyone at the bar knows her. We get her face up everywhere, tell people to contact us. We're bound to get something back.
Worth a shot, that's for sure. Nora and I share a glance. This feels good. It could work.
And if we do find this Jade, well, we could run an ad in that magazine of hers.
Also a nice option. Also love the drone flying in the background. It was very pink, so I'm very convinced now that these are supposed to be pigs.
Use her network to spread the word even further.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That sounds like a pretty good way to piss off MK.
Who cares?
Yeah. But Jade's our best chance. If we get close to her...
Also, like, if we want to achieve something, I mean, yeah, we kind of want to find our mom, but I already have a very strong feeling she might be dead already, so let's take down Mono Concern. Why the hell not?
We get closer to MK as well.
The more we learn, the more Ursula's disappearance becomes shrouded in mystery. I'm still irked that we, as her daughter, in our internal monologues, call our mom Ursula. That rubs me the wrong way so hard. Like, I don't call my mom by her first name when I'm thinking about her. I'm just, oh, I gotta call my mom today. I just call her mom. I would never call her by her first name. You do? Is that a Finnish thing? Or just a you thing? I don't know, it just rubs me so wrong. Was it really the result of politics? Did she get herself into something she couldn't get out of? And is creating a public scandal really the best way to find our answers? Well, you think the super shady, super secretive, super power hungry corporation will give you answers? Because I doubt it. A you thing. Just depends on what kind of relationship you have. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair. But see, that's the thing. Like, I can only see that for people who don't have a super tight / good, favorable, whatever you want to call it, relation with their mother or parents who do that. And I mean, I got last time that Polly and Ursula, like, they had their issues, sure, but I don't know. From the information I was given now, it still feels like hard to believe that they would be so distant. Yeah, it still feels like it's too much. I don't know. I mean, there's a difference for me between not being super close with your mom and calling her by her first name. That's like next level distancing. Local poet disappears. MK does nothing. They won't say I do anything. They're already getting away with much, much worse.
Eyes on the prize.
Hey Bliss, love seeing you,
You're
darling.
getting closer, right? You're making moves.
Yes, maybe Nora and Laszlo are right. Maybe this will work out.
Keep that momentum going. Reverie still needs you.
Alright, then we keep going. Bliss suddenly becomes absorbed in her handheld console, focused on mashing 2 specific buttons as fast as possible. This glimpse of her undivided concentration is impressive, but it doesn't seem to be going as she planned.
No! Ugh. Can you try to wrap it up before I rage quit this game?
Bliss must know that I can't answer right now.
Also, you didn't hear this from me, but Power's getting all ceremonial about the truth situation.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to ask what that even means, but I can't. And anyway, she's already gone. Yeah, what does being ceremonial mean? Also that, here's the Naiads and the shed. Bliss, by the way. Hey, Rosie, welcome in. Yes, Bliss. Don't make fun of Catilla. They're trying to get back into Hollow Knight and probably about to rage quit. Right, so, Jade. When we get to the skate park, how should we approach her? How are you doing today, by the way? Okay, how should we approach... Objectives: create a public scandal. Hell yeah. Let's keep it a secret. Persuade Jade to network. Okay, I doubt I'd be able to do that. I mean, I have no crystals. Like, could I get any? I mean, we'll see. Okay, so last was backup plan. Love and believe. Much tired? Hi, you guys. Catilla's also tired. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Okay, alright. Try to befriend Jade. Keep it straightforward. Okay, one of these. Trust. Take the lead. I know what I want to trust Jade. Making friends seems like a good option. After coming back for 10 years, you know? Or maybe a skate park. I almost read ominous skate park. We arrive at the skate park and my heart sinks. It's deserted. Not a single soul in sight. I'm about to suggest we come back later, when I hear a squeak from Nora. It's Jade, appearing from behind a half pipe. Time for a charm offensive.
Ah, Jade.
The young woman's guard is immediately up. No doubt she's used to being recognized, and suspicious of who we might be.
Can I help you?
You do look cool.
My name's Polly. This is Laszlo and Nora.
Hey.
I think you know my mother. Ursula?
From the Naiads? Your mum, is she? Funny how we studied her poetry at school. At uni, even.
You have no idea. We wanted to speak to you because we thought you could help us with... She vanished, my mother, a few days ago, and we thought maybe you could help.
Jade turns to look at over the ocean. She shifts a little, readjusts her stance. Thinking.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She sounds genuine, almost shocked. Her demeanor has changed slightly.
We wondered if... anything you could tell us. Anything at all.
That would mean the world to us.
I should know her look. Calm down. We don't want to scare her off. Jade maintains her silence. Suddenly, she turns away from the view and looks me straight in the eye.
When did she disappear, exactly? What was she like the day before? Was she acting strange?
This isn't the passionate Jade I've heard about. She feels cold, analytical. I feel like she knows something. The opposite of the energetic, driven fire starter I'd imagined.
Look, I'm sorry to press you on this. I really am. But we really need to know if you two were planning anything. Beyond the poetry.
She moves closer, and she's still not answering.
Did she mention anything about a meeting with someone you'd never heard of? Was anything missing with her? A suitcase, clothing, money?
Why does that sound like she was planning to disappear, like to flee the island? Clearly the charm offensive failed. Despite the increasing tension, I'm a little sad. I used to be better at putting people at ease. Time for a different track. And inevitable note is only active when all the conditions are cleared. This one will only activate if you collect a bliss crystal. Okay, what is that? I'm sticking with Bliss. She must have a reason for asking these specific questions. Like, these are very specific questions. Also, let's check on the compendium. Okay, let's read about the skate park. Umedia's skate park was built decades ago and is the only park of its kind on Athena. It has always been, and still is, a place of joy for Alma's youth. In the mid-2010s, like 2010s, Mother Concern tried to buy this aging piece of architecture from the municipality, offering to modernize the facilities. When this offer was met with contempt by the local community, the corporation eventually agreed to leave it untouched. Since this unfortunate incident, Omedios has also become a symbol of anti-Mother Concern activism. Yay! And we have Jade. Born September 15, 2008. Okay, so she's 2 years older than Jade is. Than Nora is, sorry. Studied literature, but dropped out. Mother from Malta and father from Athena, estranged, raised by her mother. Got good grades until she dropped out of school. No stable income. Writes articles for various independent publications on an irregular basis. Refused offers to join Mother Concern's open employment workshops. I answer Jade's questions as best as I can, but I have to stifle my impatience. This is getting us nowhere. Weren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions? When I do manage to get in a question, Jade just reflects with another. Every time I answer, she asks for more details. She's not being aggressive. She's defending herself. Making sure it can be trusted, perhaps?
Listen to me. Don't fight her.
I know. I'm trying.
The real problem is, I can see Nora crossing her arms and scowling. She's annoyed and getting dangerously close to the boiling point. From the corner of my eye, I can see Nora standing frozen. Her usual electric fidgeting has stilled. Jade's up close now, arms crossed, straight back. Every bit the investigative journalist. This isn't the badass Nora expected. As Jade continues to hammer questions at us, I see Nora's shoulders set, her face turned down. She's not just disappointed, she's getting defensive. I don't really blame her, but this is a delicate conversation. Can we risk her getting on edge? Okay. Let her speak or shush her. Jade's confession. Jade offers her help. I like the sound of confession better. Much better. Okay. So if I want the confession, I need to have 3 bond crystals. Only gain 1 here though. Okay, wait, so you're telling me I can also continue over here? Okay, wait until she's done. She'll be grateful you did. I try again with our questions. What did Jade know? Why were they meeting?
Fine. I was doing another investigation into MK, and Ursula was helping. We believe the company was dipping its toes into medical care or a public health program. A couple of neighborhood kids said an MK agent offered them coupons and free samples. Said it was to test a new product line.
Mm-hmm.
They call it egregore. They claimed...
Wait, egregore? We know that. She sighs, rubs her forehead.
it was gonna help with exams, stress, clarity of mind and all that.
Clarity of the mind? Sounds like something out of Reverie, to be honest. But how? Yeah,
That's
how?
all I know.
Oh, I know where she turned to Ursula.
Wait. You contacted my mother because of her work on the Oxyons, on the history of Athena, right?
I only found her stuff by chance. Sounds like MK tried to have it burned, but a few copies survived. That was the only other reference to egregore I ever found.
Mm-hmm. Silence descends as we attempt to unravel these revelations. It sounds like this goes far deeper than we thought, but everything we've learned so far is circumstantial, just guesswork. Basil's not taking the additional MK factor well. Neither is Nora, who looks dumbstruck. Has MK done something to my mother? Probably. I mean, that was the biggest possibility from the start. Okay, so the question is, do I still have to go that path now? And I feel like I might just be able to continue over here. I mean, also let me check the codex, egregore. Okay, the texture of dreams, an energy that flows freely between worlds. So at the beginning there were 4 elements, still and separate. They need egregore to come together and merge. This luminous substance holds an infinite amount of possibilities. It is both everything and nothing at the same time. Invisible to the human eye, egregore requires you to see past what is, to see what could be. But be warned, egregore is a powerful elixir that is lethal in large quantities. Okay, so we don't know super much. Like, this is all very vague. So we don't know a whole lot about that substance, but we know it is from Reverie. Okay, I guess Nora loses a cool, I guess. Nora strides
Enough,
forward.
alright, enough! We've been going out of our minds with worry for days. We heard you might be the sort of person who'd want to help. Help when people are lost. But you're just digging for details. Is the story all you care about? We don't need that. Come on, Paul. If she's not gonna help us, we'll find someone who will.
Jade's a stranger to us, and the journal is to boot. A hardened shell is practically a job requirement. But Nora's words have caught her off guard. She steps back, arms hanging loose at her side. still like Jade's confession. What do we have over here? Prove Laszlo's plan. That's supposed to listen to Jade's plan. Okay, the thing is, from the outcomes, like I wouldn't mind a public scandal, but I won't be able to get the crystals for that. Persuade Jade to network. I think that's the best outcome, because keep it a secret, I'm not really into that. Okay, so we let Nora speak. And after that we can have Jade's confession. It's clear Nora has more to say, so I keep quiet. We've all been through the ringer of late. This might help her relieve some pressure.
I knew I shouldn't have gotten so hyped. But who you are, what you do, you seem to be doing so much good around here. I really don't have words for it, so I thought... But I understand. I'm in no position to ask for more. Let's go.
Nora.
Jade's eyes have misted over. There are tears there, welling up at the edges.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to... Oh, hell,
It's okay. It is. Don't worry about it.
The hard edge has evaporated almost completely. Jade wipes her eyes and her nose.
The last few days, they've been a lot. Like, a lot. The last few months, even. Harder than anything I could ever imagine.
She looks up, trying to force her tears back down. Right, what's your confession? Super curious about that.
I'm sorry. Really. That was rude of me. Disrespectful. Not my intention.
No, please. It's all right. Really.
I've spent the last weeks, months actually, digging into MK's plan for this place, and I just can't take it anymore. They own everything. The systems, the records, the security. They roll over the vulnerable and suck up every resource they can. It's heinous. It's unfair. And I can't do anything to stop it. And no one gives a shit. Feels like it's just me out here sometimes, you know?
Her voice is tired. Her gaze evades ours. Even her hand gestures are weary. Jade's exhausted beyond imagination.
And I know that's not true, but it feels like it. I have people with me, sure. Friends, comrades, but it never stops. Now Ursula and... Yeah, it's all gotten a little much.
I'm sorry too.
For a moment, I wonder if Nora might hug Jade, near a stranger or not. From the way her arms lift, it looks like she wants to.
Guess I didn't realize I was so angry about everything. I think I'd feel the same in your shoes.
Jade actually smiles.
Thanks. It's just like...
But the smile goes away after a second.
I'd like to help if I can. I don't know if I'm good for anything at the moment.
Burnout's a hell of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that.
Alright. Proceed here to network. Jade's mouth tightens. She's made a decision.
All right. I'll hit up my network.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's still risky, but it's not like shouting the search from the rooftops. No offense.
I absolutely want to do a second run where I go with power and like do the full blown out public scandal thing.
None taken.
If MK Cotton's on, we've got a better chance of containing it if we know who knows what. It's our best option, for sure.
She looks at Nora and smiles warmly. Nora smiles back. I like the music here. It's a nice beat. Sounds like we have a plan. Something on your mind? Jade has more to say, especially to Nora. As it turns out, Jade lives near the Naiads, so we agree to walk back together. For the first time, I notice what a beautiful day it is. The sun warming my skin, the breeze flicking at loose strands of my hair. We meander through Alma, the four of us. It feels almost tranquil.
It's not easy for someone to go missing on this island.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows everyone and everything. Alma's a small world. A tight-knit community. You'll find her. Problem is, you've got MK between where you are now and where you want to be. No way you're avoiding a tussle.
When I left Athena, more the concern was background noise. Just a detail in our lives. Now, the juggernaut, unchallenged, inescapable. I've realized I'm angry. Resentment burns in me each and every time I hear that name. We turn a corner, and the Naiads floats into view. Nora crosses the path to walk alongside Jade.
Didn't mention it before, but I think I was approached by those MK goons you mentioned. The public health project guys?
Shit. Egregore and everything.
Yeah.
Was this the job she told me about? Mm-hmm.
Listen. You didn't ask for it, but here's my advice. You see them coming again? You run.
Yeah, and I agree with that advice now. Now that I know more details about that job offer and MK in general, run for the Hinel School.
Or tell them to fuck off or scream at them or whatever. But do not take their money, Nora. I'm serious.
No, yeah, I wasn't going to.
I've heard rumors. People who came back the very opposite of healthy.
Whew.
And ones who never came back at all.
There have been other disappearances?
Hard to tell. People go missing all the time. Especially the ones society pushes to its edge.
Also, we're talking homeless people, drug addicts, prostitutes, that kind of stuff. I can tell Jade's trying to sound reasonable. She's had to deal with so much.
Sometimes they just move on. Change cities. There are rarely any records.
Maybe none that are publicly accessible. I'm sure MK has everything backed up on their servers.
But recently, a lot more people than normal have gone away. And most haven't
Can tell
come
us found a
back.
secret? I'm excited to read what it is then on Ryan's Discord. What secret you found?
But the ones who did come back?
Said they were given this egregore stuff. Pills or injections. And that was it. Some got sick, others were fine. But no clarity of mind business.
Mm-hmm. Could this be the moment to tell the truth? No, not yet. Reverie is my burden to bear, for now. And how do I bring up the aspirations without sounding like I'm having a stroke?
And bear that burden you shall.
Oh, hey, Power.
You must.
Chill. I try to ignore Power's voice. I don't want to start acting weird and lose what little trust we've built with Jade. Not far now. Jade gives us a nod and a wave as she heads into her building. As we turn to leave, Bliss appears alongside me. I smile at Nora and Laszlo as we walk along in companionable silence, and Bliss laughs.
Someone's been busy. Well,
Mhm.
guess what? We've been busy too. You're not the only bunch investigating. Bond and Power and I have news.
Truth still clings to life, but they are beyond our reach alone. Even our own ties have been severed. But we are close. So very close.
Our world does not cease to be when you are not viewing it.
Bro, again, chill.
It is imperative that you stabilize your home front quickly so that you may assist us in Reverie. Do whatever you must.
I'm trying. Yes, I am.
We
I am.
know. So, here's the plan. We can clear the way to Truth Sanctuary, but after that, we'll have to summon you. Be ready.
I'll try my best. Okay, so what's new in the companion here? Alma. Okay, so that's the city. Altona is like the island. No, it's also city. Alma? Alma is a historic district of Athena, known for its characteristic quaint houses and food. The original heart of the island, Alma is an open-air museum, carefully protected by Mona Concern. Sure, guys. Sure. This district was badly damaged by the 1898 earthquake and has slowly deteriorated. A colorful maze, Alma is a great place for a stroll through the past while admiring the beautiful glass towers of the business district. Unfortunately for everyone, reconstruction projects are often delayed by a small group of anti-monoconcern activists. Ugh. Okay, end of the chapter. Let's go. 3 more times to go. 3 more times to go. Well, it's not hard to choose an outcome. You've reached the end of the act. It's time for you to choose an outcome. Only the ones you have unlocked with the crystals you gathered are available. Close the tutorial and use the outcome you want to play. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of locked. So, yeah, Tradition Reborn. There's only one proper way to bring an aspiration back to life, okay? Truth's Buried Temple. Bond is here. So is Power.
Welcome to the domain of truth.
Someone worked hard to keep us from entering. But together, Power and I, we found a way inside.
Come, let's get this over with.
I'm surprised to find a cave, cold and damp. It's not at all where I imagined the aspiration of truth would reside. Empty walls, clear water, an unfillable void. It could be how they picture facts and accuracy. Cold, solid. Bond and Power survey our surroundings. Their eyes are alert, but they seem relieved.
There.
I see Truth. They are in the center. They are broken, shattered. I move closer, my footsteps echoing in the void without dying entirely. Even sound can't hide in here.
Come, Power. Let us proceed.
Agreed.
To my surprise, the two of them join hands. Bond begins to sway to a beat I can't hear. Power joins a moment later. Soon, the sway has become a foot-pounding, heart-shaking dance. I would love to see that, like, in a cutscene. Do I hear drums in the distance? Cool Androgynous guy is broken and shattered. No, I gotta heal him. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna dance him back to health. He'll be up and kicking ass in no time. You're gonna see. Dance quickens, the movement of limbs blurring until the two aspirations are almost indistinguishable from each other. The drums grow louder, joined by a chanting that seems to come from the empty air just over my shoulder. Egregore picks up the broken shards of truth in a kaleidoscopic whirlwind of color and substance.
It's working. Keep your distance. This may be...
A new sound emerges. A low vibration. A hum coming from the statue itself. Because the truth is actually broken apart. The hell? Uh-oh. Rip that pouch. Not nice. Hello, who was that? Oh, so the lake is like a mirror into our world. We're getting closer to finding Ursula. I can feel it. Reverie is guiding me through this maze, but there's still a lot I need to figure out myself. True Spirit Temple. Silence reigns in the cave. The new figure stands before me, regarding me with cool eyes. I hope Bliss was right, that they know where my mother is. The aspiration stirs. Bliss, Bond, Power, they're all here.
I am truth. I am the eye that sees, the unveiled, the watcher in the dark.
Hey there. Oh. That's your symbol in the compendium. For like the Reverie stuff. Like we had entries where we had monoconcerns like logo in the background. And we had some for the Reverie stuff where we had the symbol on Truth's forehead, if I'm not mistaken, which makes sense. Like Truth is the one that knows everything. It's also interesting, not that they say MK and Truth. We have like Truth on the one hand and like MK that's like full of shit and deceit. So it's also like one truth and one lie kind of situation. Is this the hot androgynous person we were talking about? Because I agree, I'm not just not saying it. Yeah, that's the hot androgynous person we were talking about.
And I am whole, once more. Thanks to you, Harmony.
The voice is not what I expected, though. That name again. No matter.
You're welcome. But
Genuinely.
please, my mother, Ursula Beauclair, do you know where she is?
My memories remain out of reach, shattered like my cell. Although I cannot tell you where your mother may be, I do know her fate is entwined with that of Chaos.
Chaos, another aspiration? Like a character in Hades that's also hot and androgynous.
And that it was Chaos who incapacitated me.
Bad boy Chaos. I mean, I guess that fits with the vibe, you know. Okay, Chaos incapacitated Truth. What the hell? Bliss is sitting on the ground, visibly annoyed by something. Bond seems to be uncomfortable, but Power stands and begins pacing, almost marching. Chaos is so good, loved them, always visited them when I was able to. Immediate fan.
This is outrageous. We have tolerated this charlatan's exploits for far too long. I've told you before, Chaos would be the death of us. Always scheming and plotting against their own kin. They may have a maze, but I have an army. I'll flush him out in no time.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
No. Such violence would only widen the rift that already threatens to tear Reverie apart.
Right?
We need to listen to each other, please.
Oh, look, the strings. Completely unraveled.
Harmony. Our kin Chaos retreated to their endless maze shortly after Truth disappeared. Now we know why.
That maze. Is it impenetrable?
It's a labyrinth of trickery and tomfoolery built by a coward. I'd go in there myself, only...
You'd never come out because you have the wrong attitude for it.
Only we cannot enter an aspiration's domain without being invited.
Okay, how did you get in here then? Like, did Truth invite you despite being incapacitated? Did they invite you in the past and it's like a standing invitation that lasts forever until it's being revoked? Did you not need an invitation because Truth was kinda in pieces? I have questions, and the flies here. Get the fuck away.
And that charlatan will never let us in. They will refuse to fight face to face.
That's enough. Chaos may be unbound, but the secret to their return is consensus, not division.
Bond is correct. War is an engine of strife, and in direct opposition to our needs. And may I remind you, we have other matters to attend to. Our realm lies in tatters, a shadow of itself. Glory refuses reason at every turn.
Glory, is that the other one we just saw? The woman in the cutscene?
We must decide where our attention is most required.
I need to remind them of my own goal.
I have to find my mother. For the sake of my own family.
Did I speak too frankly? They seem surprised. Truth gives me, I know what's coming, and I give my friends permission to come save my ass. By the way, I've been trying to use more spells, and yeah, it's quite convenient. Ah! I'm the spell advocate. Happy to hear that.
I hope you understand.
Certainly. It is the logical choice. But I would suggest that a search for Chaos and a search for Ursula may well be one and the same.
I don't understand. Why would they be linked? What aren't you telling me?
Not a single one of them can look me in the eye. Another secret. Another closed door I need to pry open with my bare hands.
I may have a mutually beneficial solution. May. As I say, my memory remains treacherous. Go home. Await the coming of tomorrow. And we will see if fate guides us true.
Fate?
The laugh escaping my throat hurts.
Fate is an easy word to throw around. I'll wait for tomorrow.
I am pleased.
The other aspirations look set to launch into their own sales pitches. But I've made up my mind. I bid them farewell, close my eyes and plunge back down the rabbit hole to Brittle. I'm back at the Naiads. Traveling between the two realms is always a brave and uneventful affair. Wait, I'm not alone. Something fogs my vision. A popping, crackling sensation that could only be...
Well, that was a pretty mess, wasn't it?
Well, you weren't hard to find at all. Alright, vibe check on chaos. It's a cool look, alright. I wonder what these X's on the chests are. I hope these aren't nipples, because the placement seems super random. And something that tells me like old wounds maybe, but who would wound an aspiration? Not loving the outfit? Oh, okay. I don't know, for some reason I like the look. Why is your fingertip blue though? Did you maybe tip your finger in Truth Pond?
Chaos. I don't understand. Bond said you were hiding, so how are you here? Now?
Apparently they stopped hiding.
Hiding? I'm not hiding. I'm out here relaxing, taking a load off, escaping the rat race.
I like the voice though. The rat race.
You've seen the others. Can you blame me? Doesn't mean I can't talk to you, though, you lucky thing.
But why? Why won't you work with them then?
Because they've got it all wrong, you see?
Okay, Chaos is definitely a character I'm gonna be wary of. So not trusting them from the get-go, that's for sure.
I am chaos, as much as truth is truth and power is power. They aren't just names, my dear. I'm not hiding from you, I'm just in a place that requires effort to reach. Live your life by my name. I'm sure we'll see each other soon. Bye-bye for now.
And they're gone, taking their riddles with them. It was not so much as a riddle. That's how the mechanics in this game work. Like whenever we make a decision, we can choose one of the aspirations to influence us. If we choose chaos as our influence, we'll get to meet them some more. We're gonna have to see what our decisions are in the future. Live your life by my name. You're offering me another path, right? Whatever's coming my way, I need a break. It's late. I'm tired and anxious about whatever truth has planned for tomorrow. Time to eke out whatever rest I can manage. This is the hard screen. Oh, this could have a lot more acts than I thought. It shows the number of crystals you have collected throughout the story. Okay. Aspirations need egregore to extend their influence over Brittle. Collecting their crystals fills up the gauge that represents their need for egregore. You can press H to tell your wife you love her and to open the screen at any time on the augural. Okay. H for the heart screen. Got it. Influence. Fulfilling an aspiration's need for egregore completely will change Athena's destiny. Will you choose a champion? Or will you try to maintain balance between the forces ruling both Reverie and Brittle? Ah. Interesting. Okay, can I see how many acts there are here? Okay, this is just Act 2 though. Bro, I would already have enough bond crystals to get that. Interesting, okay. Then I guess let's start with Act 2, Chapter 1. Nothing but dreams. Oh, wait, before I do that, let's quickly check on the codex. Okay, truth. Truth is the unequivocal answer to life, setting boundaries and laws between everything that is. As the guardian of the Book of Facts, Truth keeps a record of the history of Reverie and someone towards some pages. Truth is the weaver of prophecies and all-seeing eye of Reverie, capable of predicting what will be and seeing everything that could have been. They defined the very structure of Reverie, creating the nexus out of thin air for the aspirations to coexist in. They care deeply about the fate of dreams and devote their existence to ensuring the future can come to pass. Chaos. A master of trifles and a cosmic designer, Chaos is both, none, and everything all at once. As the oldest aspiration, they are the spark that birthed Reverie, and are also the one who can change it. None of this matters to Chaos, however. They are the aspiration of the present, and neither the past nor the future matters to them. The rawest and yet most complex incarnation of dreams, Chaos is unpredictable, free, and always in search of something to create or destroy. Alright, Sanctuary, Truth-Buried Temple. Truth's underground lake lies far away in the north of Reverie and doesn't have a bed. Its surface is a door beyond dreams that leads to the subconscious of life itself. Only Truth can steer into it and retain their sanity. This lake is a way for them to see everything and nothing as they please. The cave surrounding it acts as an echo chamber. Much like its owner, this sanctuary has remained unchanged since the very beginning of time, unaffected by cycles and shifts. Alright, Reverie's maze. This maze rose from droplets of egregore falling from the nexus and is a puzzle even to us. It has long remained unexplored by us aspirations, who fear what may be lurking inside. Eventually, Chaos decided to claim it their playground, tending to plants and concealing dreams within its depth. A few aspirations refused to grant them the land, but since Chaos has never had a proper sanctuary, those aspirations were voted down. Most of us still don't know how or why this labyrinth came to be. Right. A day without a lead. We could talk with Nora and Laszlo and go over our options. It's been 5 years since I was last on Athena. It's weird to be back. So much has changed. So much is new.
What's the plan?
Laszlo, Nora, and I are in the kitchen. A bit phased out and a bit lost. We're still half asleep.
I just woke up, Grandpa.
Grandpa. Nora's always called her grandfather that. Of course, Laszlo's always hated the term, but it's
The plan is to find some breakfast.
Good plan.
You mean get me to make you some breakfast, hmm?
Even better plan.
If you're offering.
They're smiling, but there's desperation in their eyes. We have no idea what to do.
Polly, got any more substantial, less food-oriented ideas, dear?
I'm trying to figure out our next move. We don't know where Ursula is. Not a clue. We need a lead.
We need a miracle.
The entrance bell rings. A couple of short, decisive processes.
You were saying?
Could it be the aspirations? I don't think they would ring a doorbell. Could it be the help truth mentioned before? Maybe. Maybe Jade reached us. Like, maybe Jade got somewhere, got some information. Pexy, you're so little in the stare. I don't know why. Why are you staring? What's going on? Okay, consequences of outcomes. Outcomes generally have greater consequences than objectives. For now, things are kept simple, but it might be different later. Let's see what fate has in store for you. You tried something you didn't want to try, and that was the solution? Jesus Christ. I'm so excited to hear more about what exactly you did. Okay, we either make the disappearance public knowledge. Okay, so we didn't keep it a secret, so now someone's here. I walk quickly to the gate. Laszlo and Nora follow in hurried silence. The terrace. A handsome man stands at the gate, sure-footed, good posture. He flashes a brisk smile when he sees us.
Good morning.
Okay, I was so sure it'd be something from MK. Omar, okay. He's impressive in a way. Attractive, for sure. Laszlo and Nora hover behind me. They've elected me as their leader since I arrived, which feels good somehow.
Can we help you?
I'm Omar. I was hoping we could have a word about Ursula.
I steal a quick glance behind me. Laszlo is on guard. Nora's face is a mixture of confusion and hope.
What about her?
I heard about her disappearance. It's the talk of the town.
He quickly describes the energy of Alma last night. Whatever Jade's done, it caused a stir.
She didn't show up for our recent appointment, so I wanted to lend a hand.
Appointment? He's calm, sure of himself, as if nothing could ever shake him.
Who are you, exactly?
I own a bookshop on Liberation Road. Academic stuff, mainly. Well, that's in these days, right? Nerd stuff. I specialize in literature about the Oxyon culture.
Ah, that's how you two know each other, okay? The Oxyons. The culture that once stood on this land. World melders, poetic fishermen and builders of temples, like many cultures around the Mediterranean. Could they be linked to Reverie?
Ursula and I shared an interest in that specific topic until her disappearance. Once I heard about that, I had to come here and offer my help. But after all, it's about giving back. But the Naiads is a part of this community, right? This place was quite the landmark. Back in the day, of course. A refuge for artists, poets, and lost souls.
Laszlo opens his mouth to speak, but stops himself. He doesn't like how Omar describes the Naiads, but Omar's right. The buildings seen by the days.
I'm Nora, and this
is Laszlo. And I'm Polly, Ursula's daughter.
Daughter? That's... interesting.
You seem shocked.
How so?
I had a sort of dream. Vague and very hard to decipher. The Oxyon word for daughter kept coming up.
This can't be a coincidence.
Well, nice to meet you, Omar.
Okay, let's quickly read up on in the codex about Omar. Born December 3rd, 1994, owns a bookshop on Liberation Road. Holds a doctorate in Oxyon culture. Moved to Athena after earning his degree to continue researching the Oxyon culture, but was denied clearance by a previous administration. All information on the Oxyons is now tightly controlled by Mono Concern. Runs a bookshop which now draws some regulars. From his phone calls, it appears he has a father and several sisters. Excuse me? From his phone calls? Mono Concern, these are none of your fucking business. The hell? Liberation Road Bookshop. A bookshop on Liberation Road. It has specialized in academic publications for 9 years now. This very peculiar bookshop is seen as a quaint little place for tourists. Many specialists on the Oxyon culture stop by to visit the owner, order books, and chat about the latest discoveries. Omar Shibani, as a historian by trade, was made a citizen of Athena in 2030. Okay then. Cautious meeting. It's hard to focus. The four of us will walk towards the building, none of us saying a word. The lawn is gorgeous. In the summer, the whole community of Alma gathers here. A soup kitchen is often run out of the kitchen. Ursula cooks for a battalion, while Laszlo serves food and helps out along with anyone else who's around.
So, first time here?
It's a good question. Not everyone on the island has visited the Naiads, famous as it is.
Yeah. I moved to Athena a couple years back. Did my master's on the Oxyon civilization, so obviously I had to come here to finish it.
I smiled. I did the exact opposite. Studied here until I could get as far away from Athena as possible.
How did you end up living here?
We've been here since forever. Ursula used all of her money to keep this place afloat.
Now it's just debts and leaky pipes.
At his granddaughter's words, Laszlo nods. That draws a smile from Omar. Good. The tension seems to be clearing. Is truth behind Omar's visit?
Perhaps.
So that's a yes. Their voice in my head feels like a swarm of bees rushing through my skull.
Consider Omar here a helpful stranger, encountered on an unknown path. One who does not know the way, but is in possession of a map.
A useful NPC then. A wave of gratitude emanates from the aspiration. Is this their way of thanking me?
Think of this as a resetting of the balance.
Okay, so that's probably what I should strive for, is what I'm getting. To have all the aspirations as much in balance as possible. The stranger may be the key to finding my mother. Laszlo and Nora seem to realize this too. It looks like they're dying to interrogate him.
So, what do you know about Ursula? Did you notice anything strange about her?
Calm down, Grandpa. But did she say anything to you about leaving? About going away? Do you have any leads?
Truth is still there. A presence behind my eyes.
I'd let them ask their questions before letting him into your sanctum. You can never tell with people. Not these days.
But you sent him to us.
More like he washed up on your shores.
My eyes practically roll themselves. I feel the weight of power and bond arrive. And something else. A faint presence I'm not familiar with. That could be chaos or glory.
Whatever they might say, truth is relieved. As are we all.
Yes, thankful also.
You're welcome. But right now, I've got a stranger to deal with.
The odd presence remains silent before fading entirely. But I have more pressing matters to attend to. Omar's managed to appease Nora and Laszlo. But I need to make sure we can trust him. Convergence. The two symbol means that several nodes are available, and you must play a certain number of them in order to progress onward. Okay, so I need to play 2 nodes here. You must choose 2 nodes among the 3 that are available before moving on. Okay, cool. Ask about the Oxians. Query about their friendship. Was the last time he saw? Okay, that will reveal this, whatever it is. Can't really see. Yeah, so all of these are hidden, of course. Nice. Okay, so what do I want to know more about? Ask more about their friendship. I think I would go for these 2. Ask about the Oxians and when he last saw her. As I get a better look at Omar, I can tell he's traveled a lot. It's the little things, mannerisms I don't find in people here. It feels like he's trying too hard, like his calm exterior is a facade. That might be what's pushing Laszlo away.
So, Ursula, how often did you two meet?
She popped by the bookshop when she was in the area. Every few days. And recently we'd met as friends. Social calls.
Laszlo stiffens. Just a little.
She never mentioned you.
She talked about you all the time. I went to your bar once and I was struck by, how similar you were to her description. Again, it's a compliment.
Let's not get sidetracked. The last time you saw her was...
A few weeks ago. She came by to borrow a book I'd recommended. Oxyon Legacy and the Spiritualist Diaspora. She didn't seem out of sorts. Oh, I actually bought something that could be of help.
Yeah, good luck with Piss Rock, Canella. See you later. As Omar rummages through his pockets, I feel the unmistakable weight of Power's presence.
Whether Omar means to or not, he brings great upheaval.
Right now, upheaval or no, he's all we've got.
Okay. Ask about the Oxyans. Something's troubling me. This is the first I've heard about Ursula's interest in Athena's native culture. The Oxyans were hardly ever mentioned when I was growing up.
You say she was interested in the Oxyons? I don't remember her giving them much thought before.
Omar falls silent for a second, his eyes boring into mine.
She might have been a long time ago. In the last few years, she's been more concerned with the here and now.
Sounds like chaos.
Still, a few weeks back she came to my bookshop. Said she wanted to know more about the Oxyons. Books, scrolls, treaties. She had a particular interest in their rituals and habits.
What was she up to?
MK. MK has stirred up a lot of stories about the Oxyons. They've done a lot of good work on the ancient ruins around the island.
Sounds like MK's money is coming in handy at last.
They've spent millions digging and excavating. There's a museum being built. Exhibitions, galleries.
Well, that's the good part. But they sectioned everything off. Brought in entry fees and time limits, and made sure they get some return on their investment.
Yep. It did sound a bit too perfect.
Ursula told me she'd been given some Oxyon poems a long time ago. Before I was even born, as she liked to say. She was attempting to translate them. Modernize them, even. It felt like a real passion project. She never shared it with you?
No.
Maybe it's more than just poems, though. Ursula's last notes. Can't believe she started writing again after all this time. I can't say I trust him, but he's our best lead so far. At Laszlo and Nora's nod, I beckon Omar inside.
Here. I found these. I think they might provide a clue. Or a lead. Or... well, I'm not a detective, but they look relevant. At least.
He passes me a few crumpled scraps of paper.
Ursula's handwriting.
Yes. It's part of her latest work. She gave them to me a few weeks ago and claimed she had a notebook somewhere containing the rest.
I think I can help you. I know exactly where it is. Wait here, all of you.
Oh, now you know shit. He almost pirouettes on his way out. Wasn't Laszlo pissed all this time that this is all stuff he didn't know about, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, yeah, right, I know exactly. Like, Suddenly you know shit. Okay? I guess. Nora stifles a laugh, despite the reasons behind our meeting.
You're becoming our lucky charm.
Well, I was just worried about Ursula. It's, good to know I'm not alone.
We'll get to the bottom of this. Now that we have a lead, there's no stopping us.
I can't help but smile at Nora's confidence. But before I can speak, Laszlo practically batters down the door on his way back.
She told me where it was years ago. No secrets between us. But I couldn't bring myself to open it and read it. It's her personal stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. Laszlo. Adorable Laszlo. Even with Ursula missing, he still thought it wrong. It would be wrong to read her notebook. Everybody looks at the damn thing. It's pretty, but opening it feels like a betrayal.
Perfect. I know we might regret this later, but sometimes the unethical thing to do is the right one.
He leaves through the notebook, a sorry-looking and surprisingly thin affair. A concerned look darkens his face.
It's filled, cover to cover. Too much for one person to read. If I just... there.
Omar slowly unties the leather cord, binding the pages together. I've never heard Laszlo make that noise before. Kind of strangled snort.
Nora, was it? Here. 2 sheets. Laszlo, take these 3. I'll take these other 3. And Polly, these are yours.
He handed the pages as if they were flyers for the biggest concert of the year.
What have you... I hope you'll all agree this is no time for unnecessary hesitation. The sooner we read Ursula's work, the sooner we'll find out if she left any clue to her disappearance.
Laszlo's face is bead red, but he drops his gaze to the pages before him. I take a look at the now homeless sheets in my hand. It looks like a foreword, and the opening chapters. They seem to be about family, the Oxians, and... I squint at the hastily written notes. A diatribe on life, the future... Oh! Sorry, that was too far. So, a diatribe on life, the future, and her anxieties. I never knew. One sentence stands out from all the rest. The words sound alien when said against the Ursula I thought I knew.
Bound to live in a world where I drown in the memory of you. The rage inside still hasn't burnt away the tears. I'll meet you again in a fraction of time. Someday.
Who's she talking about? Ursula's secret relationship? Ursula's secret quest? What's troubling Nora? The secret relationship sounds nice. Kinda wanna work towards that. Since the game kinda gives a hint that probably balancing the amount of shards we collect, so I probably shouldn't go for more bond. I already have collected 20 bond crystals. Okay, so I need truth. As much truth as I can. Shame washes over me for a moment. Should we be doing this? Trawling through my mother's secrets? Omar notices my hesitation and beckons me over with a jerk of his head.
I know. This feels wrong. But you know as well as I do.
That it's the only way. I do. Why did she even give you those pages?
Because I asked. She was writing again. For the first time in a long time, she said. She wanted an unbiased opinion, and I, offered my services.
But you never read them?
Once I saw they were poems, no. I thought she was working on some new Oxyon translations. Verse, though, not my bag. So much for the enlightened academic shtick.
My mother's work can get a little heavy sometimes.
I clench my teeth as I push back the memories.
But there's new stuff. From the notebook. It's full of references to Oxyon traditions and rituals. A treasure trove, really. I'm going to go back to it. Why don't you go and check on the others? They look a little... lost.
Timer. This note is subject to a timer present with a time icon on its lower part. The timer will decrease by 1 when another note is played. When the timer hits 0, the condition will resolve and the barrier will break. Okay, so I can continue on here. Let's start with Nora. See how Nora's doing. She seems frightened. Nora looks, well, incensed. She's almost shaking with rage. Or is it fear?
Everything okay?
No reaction. She's glued to her phone. Oh, interesting phone. Her fingers blur as they tap word after word on the screen.
Nora?
What?
Oh, hey. You look a little...
Polly. Wait. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap.
Ursula's poems. That good, huh?
Something like that. They're all about her dreams. How vivid they could be. I've read her work before, and this is by far the most literal I've seen her. According to this, she dreamed a lot about family, us, where we've been, and where we're going. She says that the poems claim that she can predict the future.
As soon as the words are out, she's back on her phone. Her face is flushed, her mouth tight. What's gotten her so frightened? Nora's tapping away like a tornado on her phone. I'm too curious to resist the temptation. She's too focused to notice. I lean towards her to get a clear view of her screen. She's texting someone with great intensity. With great intensity and a lot of words. Like, a lot.
Who are you texting?
What? Polly, you scared the crap out of me. What did you do that for? Sneaking around like that?
Could have stomped up and slapped you on the back of the head and you wouldn't have noticed. Well, come on, spill.
No one. Just a friend. Hey, cut it out.
I crane my neck for a better look, and she angles the screen away from me. Wait a minute. Is that... Well, I would bet it's Jade.
Jade?
Uh-huh. Not surprised.
Maybe. I was going to, you know, text her, but now I'm not so sure.
I didn't know you two were text level friendly. That's so cool. What are you talking about?
Nothing. Stuff. The poems, if you must know. They're all about Ursula's dreams, and there's a line about that stuff, egregor, and predicting the future. I thought it might help with Jade's work, but I don't know. They're just poems.
I feel my mouth pull up into a grin. That's clearly not the only reason she was texting Jade. Nora sees my face and blushes crimson.
I think it's a good idea. Texting her. Every little bit helps.
You think so?
Yeah, we gotta get you two girls together.
I do. Oh, but be sure to tell Omar too. This is right up his alley.
The whooshing sensation almost knocks me off my feet. Chaos.
Please, Polly dear, leave Omar out of this. He'll figure it all out eventually. Now, Jade and Nora. That's where the fun's at. I want to know more about this burgeoning friendship we've got on our hands. And by the look on your face, I'm not the only one.
So Chaos is into gossip. Okay, got it. I step back, giving Nora a bit more privacy. Okay, so the thing is I don't have a bond crystal right now. But I really want to do that. Okay, so I'll send it over to Uma. It's Nora Field. Oh fuck, that's locked now? Shit. Okay, but I can continue here. Wasn't there a third poem? It's about the family section. It's about the sections on love would gain us a chaos crystal. Okay, so I definitely want to go for truth. But I only need like 2 truth crystals for that, so it's enough if I basically just do like, well, I need 3, I already have 1. could go for power. Over here, I'll get 2 power crystals and a chaos crystal. The family section, the last section, wasn't their 3rd poem. Okay, let me go with power here, because I've really been neglecting power. Wait, this is locked? Wait, what? So can I or can't I play it? Oh, so I can't play... Okay, so that's absolutely not what I want. I think I have to restart the chapter. The thing is, I can't do that because I don't have a bond crystal. Even though I want to do it. So I'd have to do that. Okay, so I should have... For some reason I thought I could check on all 3 of them. I was only able to do... Yeah, okay. I have to restart the chapter. Sorry about that. Okay, let's kind of breeze through this.
So,
I just woke up. The plan, if you're off,
Polly?
you were.
Good morning.
Can we?
I heard about her. She didn't show. I own a special. The Ursula once after this play.
And I
Daughter. I had a.
Wow.
So I'm just really scooping through this because like I'm gonna do everything the same I did before and then just go and check in with Laszlo. I didn't realize that that was a definitive choice between checking in on Nora and checking in on Laszlo. For some reason I thought I could check in on both of them.
So.
Yeah. How did you end up?
We
now.
Perhaps can think.
Calm down.
I'd more.
Whatever.
Yes.
You're well.
Can I ask about the last time we saw her first? I don't. Or that probably doesn't matter, but still.
She never. Again.
Let's.
A few weeks. Oh.
now,
And about the Oxians, I also asked.
She must still know.
What? They've spent.
Oh, that's. She was a. No. Here. I found. Yes.
We'll get.
Perfect. It's. No. I hope the soon.
bounce up.
I know.
That it. Why did?
Because she was
But you.
once someone.
My mother.
But I'm going to go back to him.
Alright, there we have the timer, and now we check in with Laszlo. He looks concerned. I go over to check on Laszlo. His eyes are a blur as they scan Ursula's words. He looks up as I approach.
Hey, done already?
Not exactly.
Would you look at that? The old man actually came out ahead. I just wrapped these up. Poems, of course. All about family.
Our family?
He takes a big gulp of air. That bad, huh?
I'd say so. Your mother is many things, but subtle, no. There's one about relationships, the push and pull of the family unit. Your mother as a young girl thinking of her future. And the second, that one's about a lost love, one she can only find in dreams. Unless the gods will it, whatever that means.
Okay, but that looks pretty much like the poems Nora reads. So, like, doesn't it matter who we check in with? We're just that they're reading the same poems?
That
Interesting.
doesn't bother you? Her talking about love like that? Like something out of reach?
Look, your mother's never been a one-man woman. She was always crystal clear about that.
My mother's in an open relationship. It took me a while to understand that it isn't a young people thing. It's a regular thing.
And I love her for that as well. She and Nora.
I get a feeling you love her in general, Laszlo. He jerks his head in Nora's general direction.
Both help me to understand that love doesn't bind or restrain.
That's my Laszlo. Grizzly bear on the outside, teddy bear on the inside.
But in here, she mentions a presence so strong it can be seen in every line, every word.
I've rarely seen such a healthy relationship. I wish I could say the same about me and my mother. Okay, now I'm where I want to be. Okay, so I kind of need the truth crystal to be able to... Like, I'm just making sure I get this outcome. So for that I have to do this. The truth crystal, I need that to unlock it. Is there another way to get it? Who is she missing? It says gain a bond and the chaos. Okay, I'm gonna go through the truth here just to be safe that I can get that. Hang on a
Wasn't
second.
there a third sheet with another poem?
I don't think so. Just these two.
Omar darts over.
Actually, I think there was a third. Well, unless I dropped it. No, there was definitely a final poem.
Laszlo shifts, pointedly not looking at Omar. Why is he acting so weird?
Oh, but hey, look at these two. This one talks about a bunch of places we've been to on holiday. The Duquesa Islands, the ferry boat to Magdalena.
Laszlo.
And this one about a secret lover. She wouldn't hide that sort of thing from me.
I get a feeling she hid a lot of stuff from you, Laszlo. Where's his fifth sheet?
Yes. That's interesting. Helpful.
Or like unhelpful. I can't help but feel that Laszlo isn't being totally honest with me. Well, that's obvious. Is he hiding something? That's super obvious. Okay, wait, so if I pick that, that blocks out this one, opens that, time of 4 turns. Okay, so I still need to play 4 more nodes to be able to play this one. Okay. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if I can still get the outcome I want. I mean, probably not. That would kind of push me, like, picking this would kind of push me towards the bond one. I guess I have to go here. Is it just me, or is it getting chilly in here? I look over at Laszlo and yeah, he's clearly uncomfortable to say the least. And now Omar is keeping his distance. Things are getting tense. Then I notice something in Laszlo's section. Lines he's trying to hide.
Laszlo? Find anything else?
Mm-hmm. He hesitates and...
Look, there was a third poem, okay? I'm sorry, it's just that... it's...
Laszlo, you old softy. Of course you can't keep up alive for more than 5 minutes.
It's different from the rest. Private. There are things in there that I don't want you kids seeing.
I'm a grown-ass woman, show me that poem.
Laszlo, this isn't the time to go all mama bear on us. If there's something in there that could help...
There isn't. At least I don't think there is.
Well, maybe you are wrong then. All of a sudden I feel like a stranger. I haven't been home in years, and here I am knee-deep in my mother's innermost thoughts. Is Laszlo right? Have we gone too far? What exactly are we willing to do to find my mother? None of this is fair to anyone. Ah! So I can do both. Oh, fuck me. Okay, just I have to finish one path first. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that sucks now, though. Because I initially wanted to get the bond crystal from over here so that I could... Like, I'm trying to maximize the crystals I'm getting. But I guess I needed that anyway to be set up. I mean, otherwise, gain a chaos, gain a truth. I'm debating whether I should ask Nora what's going on instead of asking who she's texting. Not because we know that already, but because it would give me a power crystal, and again, now I'm thinking about kind of balancing out the crystals I'm gathering, and I have no power so far. And I'm playing very truth heavy this time. I mean, ideally I would have loved to get that, but I need a bond crystal for that and I don't have one. No, I think I'm gonna go with... Yeah, because she's sharing her worries. Don't have the power crystals for that. Okay, because I'm gonna go truth and then send her over to Omar. Feels like a sucky outcome though. Okay, since we had that, I'm gonna skip through that.
Hey, no.
What?
Oh,
Polly? They're all according to... She said...
And now for the truth.
What? What did you could have...
Well,
no one.
I didn't know.
Nothing. The poet. They're all... I thought it might help with...
I think it's...
You think so?
I do.
Please, I want to know.
Yeah, well, chaos. I can't do it anyway because I don't have a bond crystal. Okay. Nora scoops up the sheets containing Ursula's
Time to have a chat
poems.
with Omar, I guess.
Yes. We need to tell him about the egregor. All the dream stuff. Hopefully it'll help.
Sounds like a plan, Nora. Despite the circumstances, I'm happy we're doing this together.
We smile at each other. Why don't you do the chapter over again? You want to do something different? I don't want to do it over again because then I have to skip through all the dialogue again. I'm just gonna... The thing is, it's always a win-lose. Like, I would gain a certain crystal someplace, but that would send me in another direction, and I'm not sure I could get the overall outcome I'm trying to get. Like right now I'm set out for the outcome I wanted to get initially, which is the truth balance, the truth focused one. Making different choices would send me off somewhere else. Like I just have to keep in mind to keep like to prioritize power and other aspirations in other chapters. Nora had been a precarious addition to what I can call my family. Ursula's welcomed her and Laszlo without hesitation, and I did too.
So, I'm happy we're doing something good together.
Oh no. Don't say anything else, please.
Nora and I used to create these elaborate pranks. We would move furniture and artwork across the Naiads at night, when everybody was partying, and these were the days before I left, and before something changed with my mother.
I know we will find her.
I smile, as if Nora could read my mind. I wish there was an option to efficiently skip through a lot of dialogue, or only replay certain notes. You don't have to replay the entire chapter, just go back a couple notes.
I know. Despite our relationship, I want to get her back.
I know. Let me talk to Omar. This'll cheer him up.
She gives me a little eye roll and strides over to Omar, whose face immediately lights up as she starts to explain. Good. Any clue is a good clue at this point. Right. Omar's done with his poems and ready to share his discoveries. I hear a sigh, and Omar places his pages down on the desk. His eyes are closed, like he's meditating on the words he just read.
So? You took your time?
So much in here. Poetry, of course, but very precise descriptions of rituals and cultural artifacts even I've never heard of. I don't know how she came up with half the knowledge there is in this.
Come on. Time to compare notes. Hopefully something in here will point us in the right direction.
I hope. I do hope we will get somewhere with this. Alright, well, so that's for the truth path. Everyone gathers around the kitchen counter. Laszlo shaking his head, Nora white as a sheet. They're all looking at me. Let's see what we got.
All right, Laszlo, why don't you start?
Well, your mother remains as mysterious as ever, I can tell you that for free. My sections were all about love. Love for us, our family, but also for someone else in faraway land. Totally inaccessible somehow.
Maybe our mom was in love with an aspiration. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. I didn't comment on it, but that's the feeling I'm getting. And I've had this head kind of in my head now for this trip for like 15 minutes, asking myself, what if Chaos is actually Polly's dad? That would be dope. That would be a twist. This sparks something in Omar. He snatches up his pages, flicking through them.
Good luck making sense of that.
No. That does make sense. Here, look. In my sections too, there's talk of a reunion with this faraway land. And another being. The story reminds me of various myths. And many cosmogonies start with the reattachment of a split soul.
That's why I wanted that outcome so bad. Because I got that feeling. Laszlo's face sags just a bit. I want to reach out to him, touch his arm. But Omar continues.
Ursula seemed obsessed with this ritual. This idea of becoming whole. Which... it all reminds me of the Oxyon belief in realm crossing. And the Prescience. They wrote extensively on the subject. They said, by using the holy Ichor, the prescience could transcend this plane and access another.
How's a bunch of fairy tales going to help us?
Not fairy tales. These were literal beliefs. This sacred liquid. They called it egregor. Pools of it were said to exist across Athena.
Yeah, our mom has one in her bathroom.
Egregor? Jade talked about that. And look, my section mentions egregor too.
Prescience?
The Oxyons believed that there were those who could see the future. Literally see it laid out before them. And the egregor would enhance their abilities.
For a moment, I can't breathe. I feel as if a fist has clenched in my chest. Am I a prescient?
The last time I saw Ursula, she mentioned them. I didn't think it was relevant to all this. But now...
You said this egregor stuff was just... lying around the island?
Yes. No. The sacred pools were said to be well hidden. We talked about trying to find them, but MK has laid claim to every inch of Athena.
Not deny it, though. Nora was right. This sounds shockingly similar to Jade's investigation. A cold wave washes over me. Is all of this linked?
I don't know why I didn't see it before. I believe there's a very real chance Ursula went to find a prescient ritual site. A crossover point.
Silence. No one knows what to say. To everyone else, it must seem ridiculous. But to me, since I very much also stumbled through one of these crossover points and landed in an alternate universe, yeah, very much true. The aspirations, Reverie, Ursula, everything is connected. Okay, now I want to know it. I'm noisy. Steal the secret poem. I want to know the truth. Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Give it to me. I also feel a lot of chaos energy in me. That desire for truth, ironically. I've had enough of Laszlo's distractions. There, sequestered away beneath the errant chopping block. It's the third page. My arm darts past him before I can react. I stack the sheet and yank it out like some pernicious food.
Polly, no. Give that... That's not for you.
I'm not a child anymore, Laszlo. We need all the leads we can get.
Please, Polly. There's nothing in there except... I don't want you hurt worse than you already are.
I don't need protecting.
I didn't say you... Look, you know how your mother got. Her moods. Those words, they don't mean anything.
Alright. Getting more and more curious. Cypher, hey, welcome in. How you doing? I read your post and Pog Days. Congrats on your soon-to-be graduation. I'll walk away. Not in the mood for a therapy session right in the middle of the kitchen. Looking down, the poem is peppered with bizarre symbols. Could Laszlo have read this?
That's, the Oxyon symbol for motherhood.
Omar speaks from over my shoulder. Without even looking, I can picture the concern on his face, from how it drips from his words.
Are you going to try and stop me too?
No. Ursula is your mother. And with her gone, these are yours, as far as I'm concerned. Just... try not to take any of that poem to heart. I'm sure it's nothing personal.
Okay, what's in there? My stomach lurches. Now I'm afraid. Maybe I shouldn't read this after all. What? Wasn't she our mother? Okay, a secret relationship. Give it to me. What's the secret? A fruit fly lands on the sheet. I brush it away and start to read. Thanks to Omar, the poem makes at least some kind of sense. Motherhood is woven throughout, in simile and rhetoric both. It's complex, an unwielding beast of contradictions and absurdity, but there's no masking the heart of it. I shouldn't have read this. I shouldn't have.
Hey. It's okay.
Nora's hand comes to rest lightly on my shoulder. I can't stop reading.
Polly, you can... Maybe it's best if you stop now.
So she ain't done Mom or what? Well, I'm already done. I place the paper on the counter as my vision clouds. Part of me wants to throw those words into a fire. But the other...
She never wanted me.
Ah. Not what I was going for. I was going for a secret lover. That's a hard truth. I'm sorry, darling. That is a tough one. Through the haze, I feel Laszlo approach.
Polly, sweetheart.
Motherhood was nothing but a colossal disappointment to her. I mean, I understand. I left, didn't I?
Good. Chilling for now. Love to hear that cipher. Unfortunately, a little bit of an ick day. But at least you get to relax a little before you have to go into the compound to clean. Seems to be a very deep game. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, it's a visual novel. And how do I quickly summarize the plot so far? So we are Polly. And we, like, the place we're on is an island. The island where we were born and raised. We left for a while to work abroad. And now came back because our mother disappeared. And are trying to investigate her disappearance now and find her with some friends. And also there's some interesting, like, magical stuff going on on the side.
But we were never good enough for her. Any of us.
That sounds exceedingly harsh. I mean, just because she pours her frustration into one piece doesn't mean she hated you all. I no longer control the words coming out of my mouth. This isn't helping anyone. Why am I still?
And now we know why. This love story for the ages. Nothing ever compared to it, not for her. And we're sat here playing detective when the truth... She wasn't kidnapped.
Oops.
She left us.
Just give some dialogue there. And the truth is obvious, so obvious. Okay. No one's looking at anyone else. The image of this new Ursula, however we each interpret it, has cast a glum pall all over the room.
Look, I don't know any of you, beyond what Ursula said. But we need to be real here. I think you may be right. Ursula wasn't kidnapped. She wasn't taken. She chose to disappear. But I don't think it was over some romance. She was too smart for that. If she did this, left without a trace, it must have been the last possible resort.
You baited me, you evil little game. Baited me with a secret relationship, and there was none. Laszlo takes the floor. I notice his hands are shaking
These
slightly.
poems, they mention a few different Oxyon ritual sites. But only a few of them seem to relate back to this mystery love of hers.
Okay, so there is still a mysterious lover.
We can narrow down those locations even further if we only look at those associated with the prescience.
If Ursula did leave to find one of these sites, it's almost certainly a temple. Most of them are underground.
Underground?
Even in their heyday, there were those who thought certain rituals profane.
Well, pro. Most of Atena's archaeological sites are pretty well documented. Con, it's because they're all owned by MK.
I've tried for years to get access to even a minor site. Nada. Completely off limits.
So, everything Ursula wrote suggests she went on some sort of personal quest to cross between realms and find her love.
And she needed an Oxyon temple to get there.
Exactly. So the big question is, did she find a way to get into that temple? Or did something get to her before she could?
Oh, okay, so I could have an extra encounter if I had 2 chaos crystals. Which I don't. We've needed to get them here, but then I couldn't have gone for the truth, I guess. Huh, interesting. Now what? No one has an answer. We're all drained. Well, I'm drained. Thoughts slip in and out of my mind at random, solid as clouds. We know what we don't know, and that's about it. Ursula left by choice, and didn't return because she was successful in her mission, or because she wasn't. It hurts. My worry for my mother is tangled up with anger now, and more than a bit of old resentment.
We know this much. Jade's investigation into MK and Ursula's disappearance are related.
At least timely, and it's very likely they're also causally. Like there's cause and effect between the two and not just a time overlap.
That's something.
It's a start.
Yes, that's something. Sorry.
So why aren't we asking her for help? Jade, I mean. She said she was willing. And I'm sure if she helped us, we'd help her. Mutually assured reconstruction.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah. That could work.
Jade? Jade Galea? You're friends with her?
Sort of.
Friends with Atena's most well-known activist. Impressive.
Okay. We have a plan. Now that's a real plan. I'm gonna go to the skate park. Like, right now. This is too important for online messaging. It's all monitored by MK anyway. Safer this way.
Hey, just take care. Watch yourself out there.
All right, Grandpa. It's the skate park, not a war zone.
Anyway, good luck, Nora.
I'll be careful.
I mean, honestly, without that MK surveillance, it might as well be a war zone. I'm not entirely sure the plan is the only reason Nora wants to see Jade in person. No, definitely not. But at least we have one. Or the beginnings of one. Laszlo mumbles something under his breath and leaves. The reality of the situation returns, and I want to go after him. But I don't. He needs to be alone, to process what my mother has done. She was always unpredictable, but this is further than she's ever gone before. Chaotic, even. Speaking of, the link between my mother and the aspiration of chaos remains unclear. I haven't heard from Bliss or the others, so I assume they've had no luck in prying them from their maze. The only move is to keep searching and hope the truth reveals itself. Okay, that is the end of Act 2, Chapter 1. And I think I'm gonna stop it here for the day. Not only because it's been 3 hours, but because I do have to do a lot of reading, and that is definitely more exhausting than playing any other game where I don't have to do a ton of reading. So yeah, I think 2 chapters per stream will probably be like the limit. We'll see, maybe we'll have shorter chapters in the future where I can do a little more. But yeah, for now that's all we're seeing for the day. And I get to say goodbye on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed this episode and this stream, and I hope to see you again soon. Alrighty, gonna throw in a little bit of music for you guys and quickly close the game. Yeah, my throat is so dry. Oh, the unicorn. No, not really. That's actually a helium balloon my parents got me last year for my birthday. And, you know, it deflates, but I bought some gas, so whenever I have the time, like it only takes 2 minutes, but, you know, it's been lying deflated in the corner for, I don't know, 5 weeks now. I just filled in some gas again today. Thanks, I like keeping it around. At least until the gas tank is empty. So yeah, it'll be here, and if it ain't, then it's low on gas and I was like too lazy to refill it. But yeah, actually I burst into tears last year when my parents gave that to me when we celebrated my birthday, because these kind of balloons are the kind that I begged for on every Christmas market every year as a child. And you know, sometimes I would get one, but sometimes my mom would be like, no, it's just so expensive. Like, my parents were paying off a large loan for our house most of my childhood, so yeah, money was tight most of the time. But sometimes we'd be able, like some years we'd be able to splurge. Like the older I got, the more likely that was. But yeah, still it wouldn't be able to happen every time. And I always cherish it. Even if they only lasted for a couple of days, I always cherish these. I thought it was so cute and awesome that they got me one for last year's birthday. So yeah, that was stream for the day. It's only 5. No, what? I'm not gonna make any promises. Thank you guys for being here. Also, thanks Cypher for stopping by. I hope you're doing well, and I wish you all the best going forward. And yeah, I also wish wonderful days to everyone else who watches this either right now or later on Twitch or later on YouTube. Thanks for Rosie and Catilla for being here. I'm excited to catch up with... I hope Catilla posted something in Discord about their Hollow Knight journey to like catch up on what exactly they found and what they've conquered. I'm excited for that. Also, I am having thoughts... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. I am having a thought about doing like the next Hollow Knight stream for my Road to Platinum kind of project. Because, you know, Cassie's done some things, and now Catilla is doing some things, so... I can make another stream where you guys can actually watch without getting spoiled. That would be nice. And especially now, like Cassie has Cassie's in the palace now, so that means I can show both of you all the cool stuff in White Palace. That will make you scream. Like I'm gonna show you all the shortcuts and all the little tricks. Pogo skips, let's go. All the good skips, all the good skips. All the good skips and breakable walls and hidden in paths, and I can even show you the secret rooms if you want. I'm sure you'll make me even more miserable. Hey, look, I only found one of them by myself. And needed other people like speedrunners and other gamers to show me the other ones. So yeah, but it's of course that's the whole purpose, to be like, yeah, I know White Palace was super stressful for you, but you could have just done that and it would have been a whole lot easier. But that's the good thing about knowing stuff and learning stuff and doing it a second time, that it's so much easier. But yeah, use this one simple trick. Actually, if there are secret rooms, I could be interested in looking for them myself than knowing the tricks. Okay, cool. Then I will not show you the secret rooms. I'll talk to Cassie, but I could do these separately if she's interested in seeing them. But I'm guessing she'd also prefer to look for them herself. And if you change your mind, there's videos on YouTube where you can just look up secret rooms in White Palace and they will guide you to there. But yeah, so that it is for the day. I definitely have to drink like a gallon of water because my throat is parched after all that reading. I wish you all the best life and your most wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. Stay safe, stay healthy. I love you all, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.